Hello, and thank you for joining me. This presentation will explore the critical report I submitted about the representation of race and ethnicity in mainstream animated film throughout history. We will examine how these representations have evolved, their implications, and their significance in modern media. The main objectives of the studies was to investigate how race and ethnicity has been portrayed in animated films over the decades. It was also to analyze the trends and themes observed across selected films and studios from early animation to today, to assess the impact of tokenism and the efforts towards genuine inclusion in contemporary works. This research seeks to provide a clear understanding of how the animation industry has shaped cultural perception and how it can continue to evolve for diverse audiences. To achieve these objectives, I conducted a content analysis of a range of animated films focusing on design, character narratives, and the cultural themes. Films for studios like Disney and Pixar were analyzed along with the global animation to capture a broader perspective. The study was organized into key themes: the early history of animation and its stereotypes, the global perspective including representation of non-Western animation, the rise of tokenism in animation media, and the more examples of progress such as Coco and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. One challenge was to balance the historical critique with the acknowledgement of progress made through recent years. Here are the key findings that I found within this project. Early animations such as Fantasia and Dumbo often relied on racial stereotypes reflecting on societal bases of their time. Token representation became common in the later decades where diverse characters were included but often lacked depth.
A good example of this would be Lion King, with the character Rafiki being a baboon with an African accent, and also the beginning of Aladdin where the shopkeeper who begins the tale is an Arab man who wants to sell items at a very low price. Both of these are stereotypes, and as much as they embrace the new coming of age and as much as they embrace the new cultural change, it still has very racist undertones.
Animation in the East also has great character art for different cultures and backgrounds, a good example being characters in Bleach and JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, Abdul. But they also do have some certain stereotypes that they haven't quite gotten the grasp of reducing within other animations. Recent years have shown notable improvements such as Moana and The Turning Red, providing a cultural rich narrative that resonates with global audiences. However, the challenge remains, including avoiding overconsumption and superficial inclusivity. These findings highlight the importance of intentional and authentic storytelling in shaping perceptions and race. To conclude, the research demonstrates that while mainstream media has made strides towards better representation, there is also still room to grow. Authentic inclusion requires more than a surface level diversity. It demands a commitment to understanding and celebrating the richness of different cultures and experiences. This critical analysis not only reflects the past failures but also points out how animation can be a medium for meaningful change. Thank you for your attention. I hope this presentation offered a valuable insight into the critical report and sparked further reflection on the power of animation as a tool for representation and inclusivity.